You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome everybody to the Party Nerds Podcast. Max, I'm here. Nas is here. Jorge's here. Ralph, we're gonna miss you tonight, bro. First and foremost, a few things that we got to get out there. If you haven't already, we have joined another. Yes, there is another social media app out there, but of course, we are now not only on X, on YouTube, on Facebook, on IG, on Twitch. We are on Blue Sky as well. So if you are on Blue Sky, feel free to follow the Party Nerds there as well. To get right into it, there is a particular thing that I wanted to bring up before our main topic, because our main topic, of course, swarmed the entire stratosphere as far as comments are concerned for the night. And I can imagine that Jorge is going to basically run the gambit on lung capacity.
Lung capacity.
All right, maybe mine. But there was a little bit of small inclinations in the Marvel universe. One being the fact that the podcast that we had a totally centered podcast on was the fact that should there be a Young Avengers movie? What's up, Everett? So we talked about this Young Avengers movie, like, because they've introduced all these characters, should it be a possibility that they should do the movie? And it turns out that Marvel might be listening to the program, because what they did was announce that they are not essentially doing a Young Avengers project, because that would be so far down the line that they wouldn't even be young anymore. But they are going to call them the Champions. And the Champions title, basically, in the comic books are for the yo, what's up, Danny? So the Champions series is more so kind of closely acclimated to the Young Avengers projects. So Marvel is now taking the heat on basically calling their Young Avengers the Champion series. Now, the Young Avengers that basically they brought up so far, we talked about them: Stature, Wiccan, Speed. What's up, David? So Stature, Wiccan, Speed, let's see, Patriot, Kate Bishop, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, like, all these people, of course, have been introduced, and there's probably a few more that I've missed. But with the introduction of the Champions, remember that Miss Marvel was doing like her Nick Fury and Avengers initiative and recruiting everybody. Miss Marvel is a part of the Champion series. Like, basically that title frame, that team up is all her. So it's her, Miles Morales, who should be joining the MCU pretty much shortly, Amadeus Cho, a very time-traveled young Cyclops, and Viv Vision, which is basically, if anybody read the Tom Taylor, Tom King Viv Vision series, you'll know who Viv Vision is. But they're taking a combination of the two, throwing those in there, and basically kind of making their Young Avengers just basically the Champions. So that might be the way to go. Also, pretty much in that type of news is the fact that, look, everybody done left me. This is crazy as hell. Also in the news is the fact that it's now reported that Robert Pattinson has now met with Marvel. So there's that little tidbit that's pretty much out there. So outside of the fact that there's a lot of people, not saying joining Marvel at a particular speed, but Robert Pattinson, who's already playing Batman, who's already in a Christopher Nolan film, who's doing Batman 2 pretty much filming at the end of next year, has met with Kevin Feige to basically try to pick his brain about a Marvel role in the future.
Who do you think could be?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, he doesn't look like anybody to me.
You think he'll be part of the Mutant Saga?
That would be, you know what? That'd be cool. You want to know why?
Why?
Now, since you brought that up, now somebody does come to mind. What's up, Andre?
Yo,
Andre. Somebody does come to mind. Paint him blue. Make him Nightcrawler.
Oh, that's right. How's he gonna pull off that German accent?
Look, Alan Cumming is British as hell. He played Nightcrawler to the T.
That's right. People can't pass him. Very British.
He was the only Nightcrawler we had, and it was great. So like, and this is, like, when I see Alan Cumming on TV, he's on CBS. I think he was on The Good Wife the last time I saw him. And every time like he's on TV, I have to remind people, yo, that was Nightcrawler, yo.
Didn't he come to Murmur that one night?
He did come to Murmur one night. He did come to Murmur. God,
yeah.
I'm glad you remember that shit. Like Nightcrawler showed up in Murmur in our nightclub. So that's another. Everett said I watched the barbershop scenes from Who's the Man and could only think of Haas Vision from Black Panther 3. That's funny as hell.
Alan Cohen did
Look, spoke him up.
Alan did kill that role.
Alan Cumming. Look, and the thing is, you never really saw him in any big projects after that.
Do you think they'll ask him to come back? But again, this Nightcrawler will be more CGI-ish.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, they kind of CGI'd him to death in the X-Men series that they did, like with the bamfing and the teleporting.
Oh, the White House scene.
And that one of the best intros.
Cinema. That was cinema right there.
Of any character, him breaking into the Nightcrawler breaking into the White House was a scene.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like people like put that up there. That's the thing. Like some of the 2000s X-Men movies had these particular scenes that showcased the mutant abilities in a great light. Like
Michael Fassbender when he was hunting down those SS officers.
Bro, the two dudes in the bar.
Yes.
So Magneto in the bar with the fucking with the knife.
That was acting right there. Yeah.
That was acting.
That's the best scene ever.
Like, sorry. Is that the best scene ever, or is it the quarter going through Homeboy's head?
Nah, the quarter through somebody's head is brilliant. The bar scene.
Is sick.
Where he sat there, threw the knife, caught back the knife, stabbed the other dude in the hand. Greatest sequence I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like some of the,
and then he looked at him, moved his hair, and then drank the beer. Like that was cold. That motherfucker was cold, bro.
Because we was talking about, we was like some of the X-Men fight scenes. Like we're talking about Nightcrawler's intro in the White House, Quicksilver's entrance and rescuing everybody from the mansion.
Yeah, brilliant.
So like, even though the movies as a whole weren't all that great, there's particular scenes where they showcase mutant abilities and they were excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was telling Jorge before when we first started the show that the Young Avengers have now been switched up. They are now going to be the Champion series.
Yeah, we need that.
Because and I was saying we basically had a podcast on this whole subject.
Yeah, and it makes the most sense.
And then also they're not going to do it as a movie. They're going to do it as a series.
That's what I'm saying. It makes the most sense.
That's what
makes the most sense.
It does make sense.
Maybe they have spies, but what I'm saying is it makes the most sense.
It does make the most sense.
Like
Andre said,
we can't just keep throwing out different character movies. Like
no, all these little like side characters or whatnot. He said I brought my wife to the movie theaters and I was cracking up about Denzel as Barber number 3 while eating popcorn.
Listen, when I tell you Barber number 3, Denzel playing that part, how legendary that would be. I'm just saying. Just want to throw it back out there to the universe. Maybe it comes back. Just saying.
Maybe it comes back.
Maybe
I would look. I wouldn't even mind Fassbender taking the role again. He knows how to play that role.
Yep.
Like if they was like, okay, we're not going to go on a hunt for outside casting. We're just going to go with Fassbender. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, they should go with Fassbender and Mac. Why not? Let them get old. Let them act because now
let them act it out all the way out,
and then they can get old as it happens.
Yep. What's up, Biggs?
Yo, Biggs.
Yeah. Look, my God, I agree. The way that they depict Magneto's control of his power is insane. The stadium scene at the end of that movie, like, particularly sick. But then also,
the stadium scene's fantastic.
They do good with Magneto.
Huh?
RFK Stadium.
It's like X-Men 97. For certain, the studio always does well depicting Magneto.
Oh, they absolutely do well depicting Magneto because the thing is, you can't just like bullshit with him. You have to depict him in an OP light. Like he can rip the iron from your bloodstream and just cause you to like. He could do that.
Yeah, there's too many layers to his character.
There's way too many. He said the scene when Apocalypse amplifies his powers. Yo, that's another thing. Like there's certain things in the comics that I know that they can't do. Like I was thinking about it the other day that the Fantastic Four series can't really like do certain things with like Sue Storm that they could do, like how powerful she is. Like we know Reed Richards is the most powerful being in the world, but like literally Sue Storm could put a force field inside of your chest and stop your goddamn heart if she wants to. She could do that, you know. But you know, I don't know if they're going to depict that. Like there's certain things that they could possibly do that could highlight that. But
wait, what's Sue Storm's powers again? Just
she has cloaking, invisibility factor, and she has the ability to make force fields. She can metabolize star systems if she wants to. She can basically encase herself in that force field and can hold it. You remember Homegirl from Invincible? What's her name? Omni Girl.
Yep.
Same fucking powers.
Damn. So how is she doing with the fight against Jean Grey? Just curious.
She can't.
Nope.
Gino, fuck her up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate it. Yeah, no. Yeah. That just it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
It's coming. I feel like bending metal can be utilized in so many ways.
Absolutely. But to get into this main topic, as of Thursday night, Deadline have reported on Jonathan Majors being absolved and cases dismissed in his civil suit against his ex-girlfriend, which kind of now puts his legal woes to the side. So that's now in the past. And now we're kind of like looking at it. Of course, everybody kind of stepped away. Not only Marvel, but a lot of other films and filmmaking studios kind of just stepped away from what Jonathan Majors was doing. And we were saying, should Jonathan Majors entertain an offer to come back to Marvel? Like if they were ever to ask, like we're not too far removed from Loki season 2. But the thing is, did they actually kill off the role? Did they prune all the timelines where Kang was basically there? Did the TVA actually do their job? Is there a means and a way? I think there is a means and a ways for him to come back if he wanted to, but necessarily, would it be in his best interest to come back, or would he just be like, man, fuck y'all?
Oh man, that's tricky. That's a really again, we don't know everything that happened.
We don't know everything. And the thing is, he was guilty on 2 counts of the shit that happened in the car. But the civil suit got dismissed. 2 separate things. I mean, I would hope if there was one thing that I can say, 2 things for certain: Marvel lawyers don't play. And if they want you, they'll put stipulations in. I mean, James Gunn did it. Even though James Gunn didn't necessarily go to court for anything, he had some bad press. He had to talk about it. You know, it's like almost in the realm of being like, okay, they gave James Gunn the opportunity to finish his series. Maybe this is like sort of like a one-off. Be like, okay, you were basically the face of the Multiversal Saga. We're ending the Multiversal Saga. You want to come back for one more film? Just come back for Secret Wars? Maybe just get killed off?
But would he do it? Would he do
it
for the fans?
Would he do it for the fans?
Yeah.
What you thinking, Haas?
They would have to definitely. I mean, yes, they would have. They would have to give him a raise or something, because I think pride wise, he probably like, nah, I ain't.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gotta do that.
So it would have to be a boost in his pay. Maybe
Especially
yeah, and it's embarrassing, like the whole situation and everything, right? So he may be over it. So the only way to get him back is to make it financially lucrative. And I don't know. I doubt that even Marvel wants to go that route. I think they're throwing all their eggs in a basket with Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. So they just want to get with that. They want to Moon and Black erase, mind warp this Kang situation, and hope we just out of sight, out of mind, don't give it any thought, and just shift into Doomsday. So Yeah,
But,
I don't think it happens, to be honest.
but let's think of the hypotheticals.
Okay,
You're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. for a majority of 2 films that we know that he's gonna be in, which is
word.
15 mil base plus revenue.
Base.
You know what I'm saying? So we know he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. He might have his first cameo in Fantastic Four, and of course he's going to be in Secret Wars.
But look, you got fired at a job, publicly embarrassed and fired, and then finds out that they fucked up and they call you back. You feel mad weird.
You would feel mad weird, but the thing is, would it hurt the story?
No,
it wouldn't hurt the story.
It wouldn't hurt the story, but they spent so much time and effort in planning to get away from that. In Loki, they basically within a single line kind of wiped the whole Kang situation.
Right.
They literally once Loki got control of watching the timelines, like they eliminated that whole Kang situation. Now the TVA can just
because they were saying
they can handle all the Kangs now.
They were like, oh, now that we prune now that we fix the main timeline, we just going to send the TVA out to take care of all the other Kang variants that are out there.
Yeah. So
and it's like you're gonna take care of Immortus
and
Kang Prime and Rama Tut. You're gonna take care of them.
They're still out there, right?
That was supposedly, from what we know,
they're
still out there. Like, if we watched the end of Quantumania, there was an arena full of them motherfuckers.
Yep.
Yeah. So TVA got a lot of work.
TVA with their little boomsticks. Gonna take out Immortus. I would need to see that in real time.
They like I said, with a single line, they basically handled the King somehow. So
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like, I remember Stan Lee used to say, he was like, yo, you know who wins a fight between Ant-Man and he would say who you know who wins a fight between Ant-Man and the Hulk, whoever's writing the story.
Exactly.
Right. Whoever's in that pen.
Whoever's out there, whoever's writing the pen. So like I'm looking at it from like that context. If they're like descriptive in the fact that they're saying to themselves, okay, Kang is completely wiped from the timeline as is. Like, and it's not even we're wiping Kang from the timeline, we're wiping all variants of Kang off the timeline.
Yeah,
including some of his most powerful variants.
Yeah, they just figured out.
You think they left it just a couple of them out there just in case?
That's what I'm saying. That's how you rewrite the story.
We won't know. Like, we don't know. We don't know because apparently in his contract he wanted to be the only Kang. Kang can only look like him. Mm-hmm. So that made it. So if that's the case, that made it really complicated because they can, just like any other variant, it could be someone else, right, playing that part. So they kind of made it impossible for someone else to play that part too. So yeah, like I'm over the Kang thing. Like the Kang.
Are you over it?
I'm super over it.
We had to be, right? We had to be over it.
I'm super over it.
I don't want to be over it.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because it gets all right, just like in the comics too. Like, it gets redundant at a point because all Kang does is keep coming back. Yeah. So this is a movie series at its foundation. We do not need Kang coming back this time
every single time.
5 years from now,
if it's a one-off
now, like it's redundant.
Like, all right, so what if
they picked the wrong? In all honesty, they picked the wrong big bad for a Saga because of how many variants he has. Mm-hmm. His mastery of time travel. Mm-hmm. It's just he's too OP and too many of him. He's too infinite and too OP. It just didn't make common sense says you can't beat him.
Yeah.
Like, it's just common sense.
That's common sense. So, you can't beat him.
Common sense, you can't beat him.
He's figured everything out, where you're gonna be at, where your mama gonna be at, to the point from where you're born.
Yeah. So, like I said, once you had Ant-Man and the Wasp whip his ass,
the ants,
you shut the Kang situation down because he's not supposed to be beaten. Like, that's for a top level Avengers movie where somehow one of these smart motherfuckers figured out some shit.
Right.
whether it most likely Reed Richards or some version of Tony Stark or something. Or them working together.
Then we watch them lose the ants. Yes, you did, Andre.
Yeah, ants, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right, so what?
Yeah, go ahead.
So what if I was to tell you that that this is purely, I guess, one of those little like spoilers that are pretty much put out there for Avengers Doomsday. They are casting for a secret role of a well-known Marvel character that will have a big role in Secret Wars as well.
Okay,
it'll probably be an X-Men, right?
Could be,
or no, it's not gonna be Kang. Come on.
And that's the thing, there's the possibility a well-known Marvel character. Now, what
he wasn't that well known?
But this is the thing. Like, what well-known Marvel characters have they not brought to the horizon? Like, that has not been introduced outside of maybe like the mutants, and what we've seen so far with the Avengers. Who's a well-known character that they can introduce in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars?
No street level guys, right?
That we haven't seen.
That we haven't seen a well-known character that we haven't seen.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Well, does he play a big role in Secret Wars?
Why?
Because he don't.
Why?
No. I'm asking. I'm asking.
I'm about to say, like,
I'm asking, like, what character have we not seen that could play a possibly big role, secret role between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars? He said if they flip it to majors, the Doom role, I'd lose it. Yo, people would lose it in the movie theater. Like, I think somebody might spoil it day one and be like, don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, it can't be a street level guy, right? Because
it can't be a street level guy. It would have to be an OP person. So it has to be somebody OP.
Probably from the Novaverse or anybody from.
Yo, it has to be an X-Men character.
Yeah, it has to be an X-Men character.
You would think,
because all the other
I like that one.
Mutant character, all the non-mutant characters, they're not. He's not. Blue Marvel's not that well known though.
Exactly.
Well known to me.
Small niche of people know.
You know what it is.
I know.
Yeah,
but they don't know.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So mainstream wise, a well-known Marvel character, it has to be a mutant or someone that deals with mutants.
Yeah, so we've neither was Star Wars. That's true. We've seen Professor X because he's actually showed up in Multiversal Madness. We haven't seen a Magneto at all.
Yes, you're right.
So we've seen Wolverine. So imagine they could bring forth a Magneto.
Not Mr. Fantastic. We have a Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, because we have one, and he's more than likely going to show up because Fantastic Four is going to happen before Avengers Day and Secret Wars.
Yeah, Dr. Doom will appear somewhere in the Fantastic Four movie. He's going to appear. Like, you're going to get a glimpse of it. Post-credit scene, something. You're going to get
post-credit scene. You'll see Doom. Yes.
Yeah. Probably him traveling from that same universe to 616. So,
but evidently none of y'all want, and not that y'all could see it happening, but none of y'all want Kang in this situation.
Nah, we gotta get up. We gotta just dead that, man. Like, just dead it. Just dead it. Like, what's the point? Is he? Because they got to a point they didn't even know what the fuck was happening. And this is why that particular saga that we just had, the multiverse saga, which technically is still going on. It was just it was all these branches that led to nowhere, right? They kept trying to connect these branches together, but none of the shit really fit. They wanted to show you some multiverse stuff, but the shit didn't make sense. There was they had different rules, different shit that didn't make sense. Like, it was a mess. You got to clean the mess away. Get through these Avengers movies so we can get on with the mutant side. That's basically what it is.
Andre, he didn't die. He just went into a whole nother realm.
Oh, he's talking about whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Nobody said he died.
No, he didn't die. He lost.
When you first see the movie, you might thought he died. Like,
you might have thought he died, yeah.
I did for a second, but once we seen what was the movie or the show that kind of was it Loki, where you kind of realize like, oh, he wasn't even talking when they were talking at the end of that post-credit scene with the Council of Kings.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, he finally, they wasn't talking about that Kang. They was talking about He Who Remains.
Yeah.
So because it was in that movie, we were all thinking, oh, the Kang that was in Ant-Man and Wasp, he was the dangerous one that nobody
they were talking about
he was
He
the
Who
cast.
Remains.
They casted him off, but that wasn't the one they were talking about.
He Who Remains was the one that made the sacred timeline. So basically, he's the one that wiped everybody clean.
So we wouldn't know that until we understood Loki and what that actually meant. So yeah, there was a point where people thought he died, and then when you watch Loki, if you understand it, you realize no, he's somewhere else, and the one they're talking about was He Who Remains, and that's the one that died, and that's what made them all excited. They wasn't excited about the cast off; they casted him off. They were excited that He Who Remains was gone.
I like that answer, Aces, because that could be the secret role.
Nobody knows
who's Molecule Man.
Bucket.
Yeah, that's what. There's more Jorge's out there than people that fucking know. So,
Casuals, goddamn casuals.
I watched the X-Men.
Listen. That's how you make your money. That's how Marvel makes their money off of casuals.
Yeah,
let's be real.
They do make their money off of casuals because the nerds
make the money off the
nerds don't get no love, man.
Well, shit.
You guys get comic books. Here you go.
Yeah, I get my comic books. See all these comic books behind me?
Hey. But that's what I'm saying. So it's a mainstream character, which is most likely an X-Men character because all the Fantastic Four is out. They're using even though it's a female Silver Surfer, it's a version of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
So that's out. Yeah. So what?
It could be Jean.
Jean
with her psychic abilities. She would be somebody that would be an OP character that could show up in between both.
Yeah, and we have not seen her in the MCU yet. You already brought up Ghost Rider, but that doesn't make sense. Serious. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like a Ghost Rider, somebody that's well known.
He's well known enough.
Johnny Blaze is well known.
Yeah. It's not a lot of like well known characters left, unless they're X-Men, and it's just unless they're mutants.
And that's the thing. Once they get in, because it is going to be the mutant saga, they're just going to end up running shit. And the thing is, that could continue for as long as you want it.
Yeah, and Magneto's first scene is going to be him going,
and then draws,
will be this black speedos flying into space. That's it.
That's going to be his first scene, his entrance into the MCU.
Go to Mayo. He'll be doing some.
Cat's gonna be looking off, be like, "Yo, who is that?"
That's Magneto's new costume.
Watch it be his official MCU costume.
Official new costume, butt ass black speedos. That's it.
That's all he wears in every film. This is all he's wearing. Oblivious.
Right out in Antarctica. Yo, aren't you cold, Magneto?
So hard.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah.
Look, speaking about the Mayo, I had to mute homeboy on Instagram. He is tripping. Yo, he has been.
Yo, I haven't. You know what? Once we stop talking about him, I have not even. I haven't seen a post on Twitter, so I don't know.
No, he hasn't been put, but now he has like a show that he finally likes. He doesn't even talk about X-Men anymore. He just talks about other shit.
Oh, I don't care about that. Talk about X-Men, bro. What the fuck? I don't need anything else from you, bro.
They're like, if you ain't talking about X-Men, I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah, this is why I follow.
That's messed up. Damn. It's like you don't want to hear anything this man is saying.
What about Enchantress?
I mean, he was talking X-Men, and then he was talking about what movie he was talking about that they were supposed to have a whole different version of the movie, and they got away from it.
Blade.
Yes,
it was Blade. Because Bo was he was the first scribe on that.
Yeah, talk more about that shit. That's what
now I saw Enchantress, but Enchantress was in the Loki series. That's basically who
she isn't popular enough at all.
She got to sell more comic books.
Oh, see, man, y'all are tripping.
I'm
Boys,
telling you.
comic books, whatever.
I don't.
You don't need to sell more comic books. They sell a lot of comic books. It's
They sell
when
a
they
lot
put
of
them on
comic
screen, they be like, "Ooh, who's that?"
Yeah.
Ooh, I want it. Mommy,
They,
I want it.
Disney's about selling toys, man. Come on.
yeah.
That's how they broadcast.
Yeah, I
So-
don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I can imagine because, but for one of the things that we talked about was the fact that like how many roles got taken away from Jonathan Majors. Like I haven't even seen him attached to a role. As a
Yeah,
matter
I
of
don't know, man.
yeah, I haven't even seen like basically he had a film that was going to a bunch of film festivals. They pulled that shit right the fuck out.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, man.
So now that this, like I said, the legal woes are pretty much behind him. He's on probation. He's not going to pay old girl because that lawsuit got dropped. So for the most
He's
part,
guilty of other accounts or no?
I mean, look, I'm not sure of that, but the taste of the cake is that this man has Megan Good on his arm.
They just got engaged. Good for them.
Yes, they did.
Congratulations.
She has held him down, and he's been walking around looking like a 1930s prohibition just left the South.
he
Like the
dresses-
way he be
He dresses like a runaway slave, bro.
it's crazy as fuck, man.
he dresses like a King variant.
He does dress. He's like Victor Timely. He just Victor
telling you.
Timely in real time.
Mhm. Yep.
All he needs is that fucking weird ass fucking Frederick
Yeah,
Douglass.
the Frederick Douglass stuff.
That's it. First, what we have to do is what we need more. Him and his stuttering in that shit had me bugging the fuck out.
Yeah, that's bugging, bro. That's funny.
I think he's going to get a big role. Wait, what you say, Everett?
He'll
He's
dip
going to
out.
get a big role and dip out on her.
Oh shit.
Run away from her, right?
You ain't got no faith in the man. Yo, he got Megan Good, man. Don't dip out on her. He said he dresses like MLK if he went clubbing the night before the march. God damn it. Oh, he hasn't left the fucking Lovecraft Country fucking costume design. He's literally been in costume design doing that shit.
He's still using their wardrobe.
He stole all the Lovecraft Country wardrobe. He stole it all.
Yo, that he rocks the I Have a Dream speech suit. That's what he got. He got the I Have a Dream speech.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Everything. I saw him dancing. He looked crazy. He said Megan Good was my school crush, bro. Megan Good was a lot of our school crushes.
Yeah. Megan Good got that good. But something wrong. So she can't be keeping.
She just left the pastor.
Yeah.
Now she with Jonathan Majors.
Cause man, she was doing wrong. You doing wrong.
That's so goddamn sad. So Jorge, strike these joints up, man. What the people talk about?
All right, here we go. So the topic we put up on the social media platforms.
Yeah,
Jonathan Majors entertaining offer to come back to Marvel, and I posted all the top news from all the news agencies.
It was a lot, man, because that came out in one day, and it all of a sudden that shit disappeared.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Who? Oh man, like you don't. Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like you know, it's like you know for who? Jonathan. He said possible. What did you say? Possible unpopular. Damn. All right.
Oh wait, hold on, go.
He said possible unpopular opinion. The whole thing was just a perfect excuse for the studio to pivot or change direction. But the main reason for the change was less than expected box office hits and audience reactions. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? So this was their out. He gets in trouble and they're like, Marvel's like, well, shit, we've been trying to get rid of this Kang character anyway. Let's just give him the boot.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think of that, Haas? Like this was like the crack in the open door that like basically Marvel swung open when he got in trouble. They were like, we've been trying to get rid of this character anyway. It's not going anywhere. So that's
what I'm saying. That's all I've been saying. Like they created a mess that they couldn't figure out how to get out of.
But when he got in trouble, it was like, yeah, see ya.
Yeah. It's just, Thank God he got in trouble. Now we can get out of this shit.
You've been waiting for you to get in trouble.
Yeah, we set you up.
We set you. Goddamn woman.
Yeah.
Paid her off. He's waiting by the phone.
Kevin Feige. Oh my God, the Malcolm. He waiting by the phone. He probably waiting by the window too.
By any means necessary, I'll come
probably
back.
Waiting at the window.
There you go.
No, never forgive those who throw you under the bus. Destroy them with extreme prejudice as much as possible, just so people know you are not to be fucked with. Damn, Jamie. Damn.
I ain't mad at it. That's basically what I'm saying. Like they got to come with the bag for him to come back.
Right. I understand it. I get it.
Yeah.
What else we got? I think that ship has sailed, and come on, Doom is a way better villain no matter who plays him. Can you imagine Batman not having the Joker as a villain in any of his movies? Okay. So let's talk about that. Go to DC.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Go to DC.
Yep. You think James Gunn already called?
Haas, you think that James Gunn got him on the phone?
Probably.
Who could he play?
Why not? What on? Oh, he could play Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
or Solomon Grundy. He could be Solomon Grundy.
Why is he gonna be Solomon Grundy? Who?
Why not?
Solomon, a big Frankenstein looking ass zombie beast.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, right?
Or he could be Killer Croc.
Even though the Killer Croc from the Justice League, not Justice League, Suicide Squad was like hood as hell. Signal. Look, that's an underrated character, man. They already got a Mr. Terrific. I don't know how they can pull it off. They got a John Stewart already. That ship has sailed. Aaron Pierre gonna be the new Jonathan Majors now.
Yeah, right. All right, here we see who said what.
Doc said he dropped a message on Instagram.
Let me see. He said he should come back, kill his part, and then demand the massive payday to stay.
Woo! Because he can act.
Yes.
Because he can act. Look, you can't dismiss the fact that the man can act. Mm-hmm. So imagine if he got a role, give him about like a half hour screen time, just let him fucking murk shit.
Yep.
It can happen. Cameo.
All right, here we go. All right.
That's already passed. They aren't DC. They wouldn't entertain the thought.
You think they wouldn't? Because they did that with
they did that with James Gunn. They did entertain that thought.
Yeah, so it's not like
they haven't done it before.
Yeah, it's already on record that they did that. So It's not impossible.
Here we go.
Nah, I wouldn't. My money's on him joining DC and getting cast as Black Lightning. Black Lightning. I like it. Look, somebody laughed at that immediately. Somebody said definitely. Absolutely yes. Go to DC, be Black Lightning.
All right, here we go.
As someone who grew up with an abusive stepfather and knows firsthand what it's like to be a victim of domestic abuse, no. She dropped the case. Why so mad? They ain't you. Who was abusive here? Yo, Facebook is crazy.
Yep.
Facebook is nuts.
All right, here. Oh, wait 1 second. Who we got?
Oh, God. All right. How's you want to reply to your Eagles fans?
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's all right. You and Facts gonna be all right, man. Y'all should be happy for Saquon. You hear that, Facts? Y'all should be happy.
I'm happy for Saquon. I'm very happy for Saquon.
Y'all can, as we continue success, y'all can join. Y'all can.
No, I'm not joining
Saquon. I ain't saying
I'm happy for him.
You can root for Saquon because
I don't even like the color green. No,
it's y'all franchise.
Yes, it is our franchise. Dirty.
He wanted to come. First of all, he wanted to come back to you pieces of shit. He did. And they treated him like a goddamn slave that couldn't pick up enough logs for them anymore or pick enough cotton. So they were like, you know what? Go find better elsewhere, and then maybe we'll fuck around and give you a contract.
Look,
look at him. That motherfucker's MVP of the universe.
I'm about to be a free agent, but I'll never go to the Eagles because we've never drafted a black quarterback ever. Ever. The
All
day
right.
the day Tom Coughlin walked off that podium was it for the Giants. I agree, Andre. He ain't even the owner tried to shake his hand. He basically gave him the man, get the fuck out of here.
Yep,
He
that's
didn't even
right.
shake his hand when he left.
He didn't.
All right, here we go.
That's right. I doubt that the Walt Disney Company doesn't want to deal with that kind of scrutiny by bringing Jonathan Majors back into their payroll. Bro, there's some people that work as executives at Disney that got bad press. What makes you think that company ain't got no dirt balls running the company? It's like, let's be real. I wouldn't if I was him. I would let it be a one-off and act as if it was Marvel's What If. Nah. I don't see that
Too
one.
big for that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Saying that. Why would Marvel offer that? Only if they saw a storyline that could actually work.
Yep. When they see money in the storyline,
Yeah, if you see money in the storyline, you see something that like actually clicks. No, he should move on to better things. Better things. He's a good actor and can be great. He doesn't need Disney. After they dropped him, after the first sign of trouble, if anything, he should go with James Gunn. Join the other side. I agree. I'd say get the bag they owe you, and then Spark and Dutch says, "Nope."
Yeah.
you gonna be controlled, brother. Don't go out there. Never liked him as Kang anyway. He was a good Kang.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He was a good Kang.
Whoa, DB exclusives. My God.
Yeah.
You had a problem with him being Kang.
Nobody had a problem with him being
That
Kang.
was never the motherfucking issue.
Nobody had a problem with him being He Who Remains. As a matter of fact, his intro was strong.
Yeah, the issue was Kevin Feige set him up with the white girl and got him in trouble.
Oh, man.
That's what happened.
And you can't run full speed in Timberlands, my brother.
No, you can't. So,
man, a lot of self-righteous motherfuckers in the comments, like they wouldn't change their last names for $2 million.
No.
I changed my last name for $2 million.
I changed my last name for a drop loss.
What?
In no way,
it doesn't matter.
And that's the thing. He's not innocent. He did get charged 2 counts. He's on probation. The civil lawsuit got dropped. But then again, this is America, and it proved beyond any doubt a few weeks ago that it takes zero ability to look beyond the surface of anything. So these reactions, while moronic, are expected. You trying to call us morons? We asking the question.
Here we go.
I don't know if what he did was true or not, but he should. There are celebs out there who've done the same thing and or worse things and got a slap on the wrist. Notably, Thanos.
Who?
Domestic abuse. Josh Brolin.
Damn, they kept on the raps, huh?
That was way before he got into Marvel.
What about RDJ? All that cocaine.
RDJ was just some cocaine.
Yeah.
he just.
So hold up. For people that don't know, Robert Downey Jr.
was in jail every week.
Even beyond that, he was a menace to fucking society.
He was absolutely nuts.
He was robbing motherfuckers. He was doing all kinds of dumb shit. And this motherfucker is considered one of the best actors on the planet.
Ever. He
was untouchable. No studio wanted to work with him. He got on a couple movies.
He was tapping into his third eye before anybody.
Particularly, he got the role of Tony Stark, obviously in Iron Man, and then he also did Tropic Thunder that year, and that's what brought him back to the
because Tom Cruise turned down the role of Iron Man.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why we have him. Yeah. Outside of that, no studio wanted to touch him because that motherfucker was a thug.
He said he doesn't have 34 felonies.
A crack cokehead addicted thug that was robbing motherfuckers and spending plenty of time in prison. So Jonathan Majors, there is always a possibility he can come back. I just think off of just pride alone, he shouldn't.
Tapping police officers on the shoulder. Excuse me.
That motherfucker.
I'm a little high.
Yo,
could you tell me where 5th Street is?
That motherfucker was in the goddamn trenches. All right, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, damn, Lil Pope. The reporting on this case is so misleading because a lot of ignorance and unfair vitriol towards Major's victim. Majors was already convicted criminally of reckless assault and harassment. His ex-girlfriend, the victim, also brought a separate civil suit for assault. The case was just settled, meaning he likely paid her money, not that her claims lacked merit. So no, he should not be brought back to the MCU.
Damn.
So okay, I'll broaden that question then. Do you think he should get any job? Like the way you're talking, he should get no type of second chance.
No. See, this is the again the problem. All these, first of all, there's so many celebrities, actors, athletes that get into legal problems and they come back. Like everybody should,
Especially in the NFL. Absolutely.
yeah. So
like next week.
everybody deserves a second chance at their profession. Like I don't second, third chance. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I mean that's a whole different that's it's a case by case basis, right? So there's look for people that used to watch Rock, right? Y'all used to watch Rock on Sunday night. Yep, that motherfucker murdered somebody, right? He
Rock Live?
somebody. He sure
Rock
he,
Live.
that motherfucker Rock Live. That motherfucker murdered somebody, and he had his own show.
I mean, Ray Lewis was on that field every day. We know he shanked a couple people.
That motherfucker got blood on the white suit after he fucking did somebody dirty, allegedly, right? And then you got motherfucking Tim Allen that was in some crazy shit with drugs.
Yeah,
it like the cocaine and shit like that. He got caught with, did prison time, had his own show. So we can sit there and then I mean we can go back and forth with different celebrities and what they went through. You can separate the art from what they do. Like it is like we constantly do that. There's a ton of people still listen to R. Kelly. There's gonna be a ton of people that still. There's gonna be a ton of people that's going to continue to listen.
People still listen to R. Kelly. People feel a little bit of shame when he fucking comes on the radio.
But they're still going to listen. And same thing is going to happen with Diddy and all the other celebrities that's going to fall under that. People are going to still listen to shit. They're going to still watch movies. They're still going to watch them do sports. Like the shit. You got to separate the art from the shit. So yes, Jonathan Majors, I would love to see him come back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see him come back as Kang, but I would be okay with
I would look forward to see anything that he probably come back in.
Yeah, but I think the Kang thing doesn't make sense because Marvel tried so hard to get away from it. So it doesn't make sense to open up that door again, and it causes too much confusion because they fuck the shit up. So but if they would make him an offer and he accepted, we should be cool with that. He didn't do, like, there's so many people that did way worse than what he did. Way worse. Kobe Bryant is beloved, but he was accused of rape. He is beloved beyond his grave.
That's why he played his heart out afterwards.
He played his heart out. He played his heart out during the trial. He would go from trial.
Oh man, he had like 30. I gotta get their minds off of this shit.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's people, whether they were guilty, innocent, or just accused, it doesn't matter. They had worse situations. His situation isn't the worst. None of it is good. But it's not the worst. And we have accepted worse. So why wouldn't we accept for him to not get another? Like, you're telling someone, if he's not going to jail and doing time and shit like that, so there's no reason why that man can't do that job. Why he can't act and continue his career. There's no reason for that. People get in trouble all the time. So we can't sit there and judge each individual and then try to level. Oh, well, there's levels to what he's doing. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Some people, number one, he's a black actor, so it's 50 times more
the scrutiny is
strict.
just
the scrutiny
is a lot bigger.
Yeah, so when he's doing something wrong, it's heightened. And I'm not saying that because it's factual, because that's just how things are. It comes down a lot harder on him.
The perception is always bigger.
It's always harder because, number one, we go through phases in Hollywood where you're a part of a group of actors at that time period that gets all the jobs, right? So when you're a hot black actor, actress,
there's only one at a time.
Yeah, there's only a few y'all that can get the jobs.
That's it.
And
Will Smith, you know,
John David Washington, Aaron Pierre, and then shuffle them. That's it.
Yeah, they get
Michael B. Jordan. Just shuffle them.
They get shuffled through the same book. That's why you see the same actors in The Best Man that are in Two Can Play This Game, or the same act.
How to Be a Player.
Yeah, they
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy.
He was next in line. He was next in line. What happened?
How many times you gonna see Morris Chestnut and Gabrielle Union play in the movie together? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many
play that game?
Yeah, like how many times you're gonna see Kevin Hart and Regina Hall in a movie, like different movies and shit like that. Like
they keep getting shuffled around.
That's what I'm saying. So when you're a black, so when you get in trouble as a black actor, the shit gets heightened because now it's the end of the world. And then when you lose that job opportunity, they're gonna sort of shuffle in the next black actor that's gonna get all those opportunities.
Waiting in the wings.
Exactly. So it's limited. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's more scrutiny on his situation because it's heightened. But in all actuality, there's so many celebs that go through a lot of legal situations, and it's just like some get brushed under the rug, some get talked about. But at the end of the day, like, who gives a fuck? Like, I want to see him do well. I just don't want to see Kang. I want to see him. I don't want to see Kang.
Why does this dude look familiar right here? Is that Alvin Bragg? Like the Trump lawyer? Like, anyone who watched the trial closely knew he can't do that shit. The doctors literally said during the trial that he couldn't have caused the injuries. The only witness said it was her hurting him. I mean, I remember listening to it, of course. You know, we're just trying to see, for the most part, if and when he does get a job back, where does he go? Yep.
All right, let's see these comments.
What you got?
He said the company cut ties to save face. That's true.
Okay,
that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
For the record, he was in fact found guilty of yes, 2 counts. People should boycott Disney. Damn.
I need is
that her?
Yeah, that's Cam.
It's him.
Yep. The ringworm guy.
So look, I need more context to that statement. I want to know why. Why do we want to boycott Disney?
Okay. He said I was trolling some other dude, so I put Alvin Bragg as my
That's next level thinking.
That is next level thinking.
That's next level thinking, bro.
Shit.
But I need more context to that statement. That's what I need. I need to know why. Why
the company as a whole?
Like, why are we going to do that?
Yeah, and for one, it's like, okay, it's difficult. It's very difficult to boycott Disney. They own 40% of all media.
Yeah.
Media.
In all them parks.
Yeah. So goodbye, Sports.
In all them parks.
Yeah, goodbye, Sports.
Goodbye,
Center.
Sport.
Goodbye. Yeah, like, let's fight a battle we can win. All right, next.
That's true.
All right.
He said they're on domestic violence charges. Unintentional assault is not an abuse charge. Okay.
All right, here we go.
It's 2 charges.
What we got? All right, here we go. This guy.
I mean, if they could bring back Gunn, I see no reason why not. Majors, who knows? Maybe they're not that deep in the story, and Kang can be a side villain in Secret Wars. Maybe Doom could use him to an advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I said. Yeah. Either way, he winning. He was great in the Loki series, so he left on a high note. If he takes the contract, Kang would finally give the MCU the focus it needs. I wish him the best with his choices. I do too. I do, because I know that, to be, on a pedestal, upper echelon like he was, and then to get knocked off, that's gotta fucking suck, because he was in everything for like the span of God knows how long. You got a $500 fine. I'm sure he paid that quickly.
All right. Up here.
He said, yes, please. I love to see Kang return along with Victor Timely, as if they ever bring back Ki Hai Kwan as OB. I loved him as OB. Victor.
Oh,
Victor
yeah, we love OB.
Love OB. Victor must be with him, as it was alluded that Victor is now working with OB at the end of Loki season 2. That's correct. So even in the fact if he's not Kang, if Victor Timely actually like made it and they didn't prune him outside of the timelines that they had, and he's still working with OB, if they went back to the TVA, that would be cool. That'd just be a cool ass cameo. You ain't got to do shit else. Cool. He lost movie deals. This lady needs to be held accountable. What you gonna do, Cave Play? Why do I feel like James Gunn already called him? See? Look, I know we, the public, aren't privy to the entire story, but this was sketched to begin with. I hope this man makes a comeback. He's a phenomenal actor. He is a phenomenal actor. That is beyond the shadow of a doubt. Nah, even if they did, I'd walk away. They did him dirty, and I'd not even entertain the request. Okay.
I respect it.
We should raid Marvel if they don't. He said, not really. I love Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, I mean, we just still, he was still convicted earlier this year of domestic violence. This was a separate suit that got dropped. For what? Explain. It literally says defamation lawsuit in the post. Use your eyes. He said, sorry, I followed the case very closely. I know 2 people who are at the trial. Look, hey, if that's generally like the tidbits, it sucks that if they're that minimal of a charge that he got basically crucified that big, because it was not only the Kang role, it was a lot of roles. Like he was expected in a lot of shit. Yep. So if anything, it took a whole like career away from him for a period of time. You know how fast, like not necessarily like the internet, but you know how fast like movie roles get booked. They're like 5 years in advance. Like Denzel was talking about the 5 movies that he wanted to do, and people were like, damn, he's going to retire. I was like, you know how long it takes to do 5 fucking movies?
Yeah. What, 6 years?
Like
10 years?
10 to 12 years.
Yeah. Huh.
He said the charges were both very minimal. I can confirm that. Okay. Yeah. Like as far as what it did to him, that's like, I think that's a bigger output.
Kevin Feige sent in the white girl. That's what happened.
Damn.
Like it's a setup.
It is.
That's horrible.
They were at. So this is what happened. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. So there was
oh my God, you was there.
There was the Christmas party.
You like that guy from Ant-Man that narrates the stories and shit?
Yeah, there was a Christmas party. I think in 2000. I want to say 2022. Sometime in 2022, the Christmas party, and everybody was all hanging out, having a good time and shit. And Kevin Feige overheard Jonathan Major saying, well, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. So he was like, oh, this is the way. God. Because Kevin Feige was talking with the writers. He's like, Kevin Feige's like, yo, this Kang thing looks like it's going to be a mess.
He said,
that's what he said. He said this Kang thing is going to be a mess. I think we should get away from it. Right. But the writers were like, no, it's going to work. It's going to work. So meanwhile, Kevin Feige's like, I got to get a way out of this. So he overheard Jonathan Majors talking to Anthony Mackie about if it ain't snowing, it ain't going. And he was like, bang, that's how he came up with, I'm going to set this motherfucker up with the white girl. And that's what happened. The white girl ruined his life, gave it out for Marvel to get away from Kang, which brought back Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Just trying to tell y'all, that's what happened. The Christmas party 2002 in Hollywood. Yeah, that's what happened.
You on the same dark web that Jorge be using or something?
Nah, I'm on another one.
You how much Bitcoin you sell to get that information?
We're mining Bitcoin here.
Jesus Christ!
But that's what happened. That's what
happened. All right, what you get? What else you got, Jorge?
That's what we got.
All right, so that's it for the program. Of course, now that we are now sponsored by the dark web and Bitcoin, He said I agree with Haas. That's why Major should be in Hancock too. Damn.
Yeah, he said that earlier. Y'all
Yeah.
missed it. I see.
Oh
He
my
said that
God.
earlier. He can play. He can be Hancock
hope-
too.
I hope and
The
pray that there's
sequel.
not, let
Only
me
this time with more cock.
I hope and pray that there is not a Hancock too. That shit. He said it's called Reddit Facts. He said y'all should go on the Dre Max show. I could set y'all's up. He was at the sentencing and followed the trial closely. Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, set it up. We love that.
He said it's called Reddit Facts. So that's where he found out about the Christmas party that Kevin Feige, Anthony Mackie, and Jonathan Majors was at. Where snow bunnies were the topic.
If it ain't snow, we ain't going. That's what
like,
Jonathan
If it ain't
Majors
snow,
said.
How much whole milk is going to be at this party, guys?
2%, 1%,
1%, 2%, huh? Fat free,
lactose free,
age free, free range. That's like,
yep. And then then here comes Wesley Snipes, and he's like, nah, we need that Asian milk. That's what he said. That's what Wesley Snipes
that's
said.
Wesley's tea, man, right there.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
hey, you're
telling
gonna have to hit up Ty on the side.
all right, Ty. Let me see if I can.
He said Dr. Umar wrote the thread. Good God Almighty, Jesus Christ. That's so horrible.
Dr. Umar would not like Jonathan Majors.
Oh my God. All right.
You mean you're running across town, running away from the white devil?
You gotta say everything twice because that's how he runs.
Yo, he is hilarious, bro. I can't stand him sometimes.
But yes,
oh my goodness,
that's the show. Of course, everybody out there, feel free to check us out on YouTube, IG, Facebook, Twitch, X, wherever you're at. Once again, we are now on Blue Sky social media network. So Blue
Sky?
We've added another social media element to the forthright, but you can check us out every single Monday at 9 p.m. here on anywhere you're doing your streaming. So definitely, we'll see y'all.
Y'all pray for Ralphie, y'all. He's been diddled. That's why we have him this week. He's been diddled.
You're kidding.
He's been diddled.
He's been Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see him next week.
All right. He might not be in his seat. Might hurt. Might hurt too much.
He might slip out of there.
Till next. Party nerds go.